Hello everyone, I'm AnimusJ, and today we are going to talk about how to build this farm that is going to spawn creepers and spiders galore. Look at all those creepers popping up everywhere. Now this is an absolutely massive farm. You don't have to build it to the scale that I've built it to, but you're certainly welcome to. And just to show you what, look at all these creepers. Holy crap, it's insane. Now the way that I've got it down here is for a specific reason, and there's different ways you can do this. One of them, you can just kill them. The other way, which is what I have right here, you are able to collect the creepers in order to move them on to, say, a charged creeper farm if that's what you wanted, or you can just let them stack up here and die through entity cramming just like you're seeing happen right now. Yeah, look at all of that. So let's get into the building. The first thing you need to do is you need to select a location that is high up above the ground. You need to be about 125 blocks away from any other spawnable place if you really want to maximize the drops that you're going to get out of this farm. Now, once you have a spot, most likely you've pillared up from the ground, and so let's go ahead and just make that your center block. What you want to do is come out from each side of that by 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then what you're going to do is take that another 22 in every single direction. So what you're going to end up with is a 23 by 23 square grid. So this is block number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. If you're confused about the 22 versus 23, it's because I had already counted this one, and so we needed 22 additional. Go ahead and fill that in. And once you've done that, you're going to come out 1 block, 1 up, and then do a 1 high block wall all the way around the entire grid. After that, what you're going to do is go into each of the corners, and you're going to place down 7 blocks. Yeah, basically, we're going to make a triangle. So starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to come out 1 less each time. 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. So you should have that nice triangle shape. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come to our wall, and we're going to go up 1 block in an extension from our elevated blocks, just like so. Then what you're going to do is take a bucket of water and dump it in the very corner, and that's going to flow onto the middle. Go ahead and repeat that for each of the 4 corners. Now, if you've done everything correctly, you should have a pattern that looks just like this. Now, here is where you have 2 options, and you need to decide which option you're going to take. The first option is going to be to replace all of these blocks with magma blocks, and what that will do is when the spiders and creepers fall into the water stream, they will end up standing on the magma blocks here, which will kill them, and their drops will fall on top of it. If that's the way that you're going to go ahead and break out these blocks, and then underneath, what you're going to need to do, just so that you have in mind, is you're going to need to come down by 2 blocks, and then you're going to make a grid underneath all the magma blocks, and then you're going to put minecart rails on each of the blocks to go around and pick up all of your drops. The other option that you can take, if you want to collect your creepers, is that you're going to punch out all of these blocks. And I do apologize that you're placing and breaking blocks, but it's the only way that I could figure out to properly build this without a ton of counting. It just seemed like this was the easier way to go. So by breaking out all of these blocks, what you're doing is you're going to leave a spot for your creepers and your spiders as well to be able to drop down and be collected, so that if you're doing a creeper farm for wither skeleton skulls, you know, trying to make charged creepers or whatever use, record discs, anything like that, you'll be able to do that by punching this out and then making a collection for the creepers down below. But before you do any of that, hopefully I caught you in time, what you want to do is you want to get your center point in your grid because we're going to build up from there in order to make our hopper clock. So find your center point and you want to come up, we'll come up 4 blocks. And it's not important if you get it exactly 4 blocks. It's okay, don't worry about it. But what you're going to do is you're going to come out on either side and you're going to, so that you have 3, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on each side. So you should have a total of 7. Now, as nighttime has fallen on us, it's reminded me that we do need to light this place up. So go ahead and place a light block in the corners and on each of the ends. And that should be enough to keep all of your spots around the wall from spawning any kind of mobs. Then over here in our middle platform, it's easiest to just break out the corners and put illuminated blocks in the corners. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to attempt to leave the magma blocks half there and half not, so that I can try and show you guys both the real minecart pickup and as well the creeper catcher, basically, because you do have to have a way to kill the spiders and collect the creepers. So coming up onto your platform, this is where your timing circuit is going to be, and in the center you just want to place a hopper. Place a hopper going into that hopper on either side. It doesn't matter which side you do it on. And then break your original one and put another hopper into your other hopper. And I'm thinking we might actually have our dimensions wrong, but we'll see how this goes. Take a comparator and face it away from each of your hoppers, just like so. And then you're going to have a block on each of the comparators, and our platform is going to be the correct size. It's not going to be symmetrical, I apologize, but it is what it is, guys. That's if you want to try and make it symmetrical somehow, then you go for it, but it is what it is. All right, so put redstone dust on each of your blocks that your comparators are pointing into. Then you want to place your sticky piston against that redstone dust so that it's facing your hoppers, just like so. And then you're going to take a block of redstone and just put it over either of the hoppers. And now we're ready to go. Only thing we have to do is add items into the hopper. Go ahead and take a stack of any item, whatever item, and then right click to cut it in half, right click to cut that in half again, combine 16 and 32 in order to get 48, and then go ahead and shove that 48 into one of the hoppers. And now what we have is a timer that's going to give you enough time to flood all the creepers and spiders out of the farm up above, as well as when it's off, give enough time for plenty of them to spawn. Now from this point, what you want to do is get up on top of your hopper clock and get an observer, and you want to place the observer looking down over the center block, just like so. And then what you're going to do is put a spot of redstone on top of that, and take whatever building block you're going to be building with, which for me is going to be iron blocks. And we're going to build out from there. Start with just 4, like so. And then each of these 4 is going to have a dispenser on top of it. But what we want to do first is you have 1 block. Now we're going to go out 8 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should be a total of 9. And being that it's dark, I'm reminded to remind you once again, be careful building this. Anywhere you have not illuminated, when you leave, will start spawning things. It is a monster spawner after all. So be very careful to leave your area not illuminated. Go ahead and do the same in all 4 directions. So we have block number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you should have 9 blocks off the observer, or after you've added each of the ones, you just add an additional 8 to that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to fill it in just like we did those corners. So if I come up here I have 9 right now. I'm going to come out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, and 1. Now notice the pattern that it gives us. It gives us that nice triangle shape once again for our creepers to be able to come off, and what that's going to do is just like it did down here, it's going to give us the perfect shape for our water. So go ahead and make the rest of your platform look just like this corner right here. Once you have your diamond shaped platform built out, go ahead and grab those dispensers and put them in. Now don't put the water in right now, because if you do, you're going to get flushed out while you're still trying to build things. But if I do forget to tell you, you are supposed to put water buckets into each one of these. And actually I'll go ahead and put this one in and show you. What happens is the water flows exactly to the edge, pushing the mobs off. All right, so if I forget to tell you at the end, make sure you put those water buckets in there. They do need to be in there. One other thing is go ahead and grab slabs, and you're gonna put slabs in each of the corners like so. Let me take that water bucket out. And then you're going to also take them around the tops of these. But before you close it off, go ahead and grab an observer, face it down at that redstone just like so, and then one more on top of it, spot of redstone dust right there, and that is going to be the starting level for your roof and your next floor if you're making this multiple floors. So now it's going to be the same thing as what we just did for this floor. We're going to bring this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, so that it exactly matches our floor level, and fill it out all the way around just like we did on this one. Now this is going to be both the roof for this floor, and it's also going to be the floor for this, well, floor. So on this level, you have your dispensers, just like we placed down there. And if you're going to add another floor on top of this, same thing. You're just going to put 2 observers over this redstone dust, if I could get it to go. And then you'll build your additional floor out from there, just as we are for this one. Once you have your floors in, which I don't recommend going through and doing multiple floors at once like this, just because you have to light it up and then you have to be able to get back and forth in between your floors. But the next step would be to go to each of your floors and put in trapdoors all along the top of your entire spawn area, and make sure that they stay closed. You don't want any to be open, because that's going to stop your mobs from being able to travel to the end and falling off. So go through and place all these trapdoors down along the entire area. Also, if you didn't do it already, make sure to put that half slab and close off the last little spot where we left open in order to put the observers. Be absolutely sure that you have every single block covered with a trapdoor on your roof, because any block that isn't is a place where a zombie or a skeleton is able to farm, or excuse me, able to spawn. The issue is though, they will spawn and they will be trapped in that location, unable to move. And so 1, that's going to take up the mob cap, but 2, that's also going to prevent your creepers and spiders from being able to flow off smoothly. Once you've built up as many layers as you're wanting to do, you're going to come up to the top, and it's time to put the roof over this thing so that we can have spawns on it both in the daytime and in the nighttime. So you're going to want to take half slabs, and what you can do is, using bottom half slabs so that your roof is not spawnable, you're going to come out about 10 blocks from each of your furthest points. So I'm going to use that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can do the same exact thing that we've done all along in order to cover it, or you can just make it perfectly square. Honestly, it does not matter. So go ahead and fill that in all the way around. I've gone ahead and put all the water in, and I've given myself night vision so that you can see everything that's spawning. And look at all of those creepers. Now, your AFK spot that you're going to want to stand in, you want to stand at least 25 blocks away from any of the platforms. You can do that out to the side, or you can do that above the farm. It really doesn't matter. It has more to do with how high you've built your farm off the ground. If you're not far enough off the ground and you need to go higher, then I would build my AFK spot higher. If you are significantly high off the ground, then you can just build it out to the side or even at the bottom here. And it's not going to hurt anything. The key thing is you just want to be at least 25 blocks away from any one of your spawn platforms. Now this guy somehow made it onto the side here, but that doesn't normally happen. And here's the final product. One thing that you should note is you will from time to time get spider jockeys. So you will find bones and arrows inside of your collection. Now I went ahead and broke out the rest of the magma blocks. As I said, if you want to do all of the magma blocks in this area and then do a hopper card underneath, that's wonderful. If you are wanting to collect your creepers, what you should do is come down from underneath this block right here on each side and then just build out a square. And then what you want to do is taking water, you want to shift and click it onto the stair blocks that you've used to make your wall. The reason I use stairs is because spiders have a harder time climbing stairs. And then just kind of put some magma blocks in random places. I did a cool design. You don't have to do that. It's just what I did. And what'll happen is your creepers will fall down into the hole eventually, taking a little bit of damage from the magma blocks, but not a ton. And your spiders, as you see, will sit here and die. Although this guy seems to be a little bit invulnerable. But once something else comes along, they're going to push that guy into the magma blocks. So we come down here, you can see I've got a crap ton of creepers. So you will lose some creepers from time to time, but not much. And if you want to just AFK at this and let it die, then I would think entity cramming would take care of it and fill this bad boy up. In any case, that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helps you out, and I hope you get all the string and all the gunpowder that you need from it, charge creepers and whatnot. And yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Remember that creepers are extremely dangerous and they do explode, and when they explode they blow up your contraption and your building and all that stuff, so be super careful building it. If this did help you out, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're really feeling up to it, I'd love to have you subscribe and also join us in the Discord. But that's it, guys. I'm AnimusJ.